talk for today, spring forward in faith. Guess what? Spring forward. Everything is spring forward today.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, and awake is a good word, eh, Beth?
Yes, I should say awakening. All right. Here we go.
Am I turned on there, Russ?
I probably am now. Thank you, Beth. Yeah, thank you. I'll give you a hug now, otherwise we'll squeal. I sure appreciate you doing that for me. Thanks. Love you. Well, I've been writing my talk ever since I got here. But I'll tell you what I really wrote, and I'll interject what came to me since I got here. Wow, the first thing is, when I chose that song, that children's word, awaken, I never realized that I'm telling myself to awaken today. We've missed an hour, and so we have to try a little harder. So, good morning, beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for giving me that extra hour that you had to get up early and come and join me today. I'm honored and a little amazed that you all look so bright and awake and alive and aware and beautiful and chipper. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Red Deer, March 10th, 2024. Please join me in an opening spiritual mind treatment affirmative prayer. With gratitude, I speak these words for all who claim this as their truth, and for our world and our universe as a whole. There is only one power in the universe greater than I am, and I can use it for good. I call this power God, Spirit, Creator. The truth that all is one, and one is all. Therefore, I claim this as my universal truth, that all the power, all the wisdom, all the peace that ever was and ever will be is also my divine inheritance, and I accept it and use it. I declare and know that I am here for a divine purpose. I have faith that Creator Spirit God guides me in ways unknown to my greatest and highest good. I have faith that all is unfolding according to my thoughts and beliefs, so I align my thoughts and beliefs to peace, joy, prosperity, health, and love. I feel it. I know it. And my life unfolds effortlessly with ease and grace. With loving thanks for this day, for this beautiful spring day, for this month, for this celebration of women, for this year of awakening, this life that I am alive, aware, and awake. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And I let my word go into the all-knowing law of mind that affirms to me that everything returns to me complete and overflowing. And together we say, and so it is. And now let us just sit in quiet for a moment, in reverence and in faith, that just as the clock moved forward 1 hour, we too can spring forward into higher consciousness. And that we know that for ourselves and others in our life, that we may hold the candle of faith high enough and strong enough until we all reach a place of peace. Go within now and bring to mind all those who need our prayers this morning. Thank you. So, spring forward. Spring. Spring forward in faith. You know, it's easy for me because my middle name's Faith, so I get to say faith several times a day. And I use that word now with so much more understanding. I'm really sad that I didn't ask my mom why she called me Faith, but I'm sure happy that she did. And I chose Spring Forward as a title because maybe this is the time to fast track our life into peace. Imagine if you just could turn the clock ahead an hour. Just like last night, we went from 2 o'clock to 4 a.m., just like that. I think as spiritual beings studying this philosophy, we can do that too. Imagine if you could just turn the clock ahead and any event or circumstance or memory that you've been carrying around for a long time that no longer has any meaning in your life, you just move the clock ahead in consciousness. It's time. It's spring. And Arnold's reminding us. Thank you, Arnold. We need a young person on that. Oh, that was so divinely guided. When I was saying, maybe we can wake up. Thank you, Arnold. In the perfect world, this is maybe what time we would wake up. So you move your clock ahead in consciousness to a time when you start with a clean slate. You know, sometimes in order to come into a new season and spring forward in faith, we have to let go of the old season. In the Bible, in Isaiah chapter 43, verse 18, it says, "Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past." You know, one of the many lessons the world teaches us in this philosophy is to let go of the past. We can't hang on to the past to hurt and struggles and still raise our consciousness. And I was thinking about every time I start writing my talk, and I do a lot of meditating, and what am I supposed to talk about? So I wrote this, my service on my laptop, and I printed it out, and then after I read it, if it looks okay, I make some little changes, and then I email it to myself and put it on my iPad. You'll notice it's not on my iPad. Do you know what happened? I thank goodness I printed it off, because I sent it to my iPad, and then Friday night I was looking at it, and my granddaughter was over, and it was only like 7 minutes. There was just the beginning and the end, and I thought, what the heck? I don't know what happened. You know, sometimes on your laptop, if you hit return or something, it'll highlight a whole bunch, and then you hit backspace and it's gone. I think that must have been what happened. And in the meantime, since I finished editing it and stuff, I had done some baking, had my sister for supper, so my garbage was full of stuff. So there I am thinking, where did my typed one go? I must have threw it out because I thought it was okay. So I just spent a lot of time looking for it. And then I asked myself, I was sitting there with my granddaughter, and she was like, "Oh, I'll help you go to recover documents." No, wasn't there. So I sat there for a while, and I thought, I always put away my typed talks because I think I might put them in a book sometime, give them to my kids. And I thought, I wonder if I took last week's talk and stapled this to the back of it. And guess what? That's what I did. But what a lesson on springing forward in faith. Because just like you turn that clock ahead an hour, my whole talk, all I had to do was hit that one button, and it was all gone. And I was thinking, when I was meditating with Tress today, wouldn't that be great if we could just take our laptop or, even on paper, write down all the injustices we feel like we've been done to and all the people who didn't do right by us, and then just hit the delete button. and move forward in consciousness. So, thank you, Tress, for bringing that up. Yeah, man. You burn yours? Oh, see? That is just like moving forward in consciousness. Because we have to remember that spring, it's a time for renewal and growth. So why don't we use this spring as a time to renew our own faith and deeper our spiritual connection with others? Yes, spring is also known for rejuvenation and rebirth. Even plants and animals are rejuvenating and bringing birth. And that, for them, is springing forward. So I just trust and know that there's something that you hear today that enlightens you and lightens you, that you, too, can spring forward into a new experience. So one of the things that I want to do, and it's not something we talk about, but I have seen it done, and it's called tapping a prayer. So I'm going to have you watch me first, and then we'll do it. So you do it with your right hand, and you tap your heart. And then you tap your hand, the palm of your hand. Then you tap your knee, and then you tap your cheek. So that's an external expression of an internal prayer. So we do it again. Feel the love. Find your strength. Move forward in faith. And turn the other cheek and forgive. Forgive what and who is blocking your good. Turn the clock ahead. You know, my amazing class, Shortcut to a Miracle, it's complete now. But there was one message in that last class that I hadn't really thought about much. And it talks about let go and forgive. So the chapter was called Keep the Miracles Coming. Excuse me for a minute. I just cry all the time. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. So the chapter is called Keep the Miracles Coming. And we're taught the more miracles we see, the more miracles we'll get. But sometimes we have this beaver dam that blocks our miracles. And, you know, we don't have to, there's no shortcut to a miracle. You know what the shortcut is? Recognizing them. And the more you recognize them, the more you get to recognize them. So, however, there's this beaver dam that stops the flow. And it's not anything or anyone or any place. It's our own stinking thinking. When we do affirmative prayer, we open up and we manifest what's for our highest and greatest good. But somewhere deep inside, we make up all kinds of stories and rationalize why it probably won't happen. And, you know, I call it the what if. Well, what if? For example, if you're looking for a new home. Well, what if I move and I don't want to move? What if I have to move, cut to a different town? Or if you're looking for a car, well, what if I don't like the color? Or what if it costs too much and I can't afford it? Or if you want a new job, what if my coworkers aren't kind? What if I don't like them? What if? What if? What if? The minute you go to what if, you can just etch a sketch that affirmation right out of town because you've blocked the flow. I never realized how often I do affirmative prayer and I pray for something, but I put all these other things in there. Oh, so I want love, but, you know, I want it to be this, this. And what if it's this, this, the what ifs, the what ifs. I am going to now fast track past that. This is what I want, and I'm going to be clear. Spring forward. I'm focusing on the what. We teach in this philosophy, that's what you do. You focus on the what, not the how. Leave the how up to God. Focus on the what and not the what if. I want it, period. I want it however it shows up. I want it for my greatest and highest good. And let's do that with our hand again. So I'm going to do I am respected. And you think of a word, something that you want to manifest. So instead of I am, you can also say I have, I am, or I have. And in your palm, I use my power and strength. And your knee, I let go of resistance and move forward. And your cheek, and I forgive and release anything that's blocking my flow. I did this a few times this week. So I'm going to tap my heart again. I am loved. I am powerful. I can move into something new in my life. I move forward. And I forgive. I turn the other cheek. Now, I'm not professing this is the answer for all of you, but I'm a real literal person. And so anything that I can do that connects me to my body, connects me to my heart, connects me to my thoughts, and when I'm connected, I can change them. So this might not be the answer for everybody, but it helps me, and maybe it'll help you. So I just challenge you today, take what you need, throw out the rest. The truth is, this is my truth. And you can spring forward in faith in any way that's right and clear for you. You know, one of my favorite quotes in the Bible is, "Be still and know I am God." And you can shorten that into pieces, and you could elongate it. There's no part of that that will not help you get close to your soul. And I have a little chant that I like to do when I'm really stuck. And it goes, "Be still and know I am God." Then I drop God. "Be still and know I am." I drop the I am. "Be still and know." Drop the no. "Be still." Drop the still. Be, and bring that back in. Be still. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. And it really brings me back into faith when I just be still and know. And another thing we learn in our class, and I've probably said it before, that you only need 51% more faith than fear. That's not a lot. I can do that. That's just tipping the scale. That's all it takes. And you stop feeding the fear and start feeding the faith. You know, there's many ways to get into faith, which to me is peace and joy and love and everything else. It's faith in myself, faith in you, faith in you, faith in a higher power. And we'll all get there. That was so great to read in The Science of Mind, that there are no mistakes, just lessons. So you can take the golden road, the road that's paved with peace and understanding. You can take the gravel road that has a lot of lessons to learn. I took that road. You might even come to a fork in the road. Are you going to take the gravel road? Are you going to take the golden road? Do you know what it takes? Janet's here from class, so she knows I've already talked about this. It's creating a spiritual practice. Coming here is the greatest spiritual practice you'll ever have. I'm not prejudiced, but I do happen to know that when I come Sundays, my weeks are amazing. But there's lots of ways. There's yoga, meditation, prayer, visioning, drumming. There's lots of ways that you can find your place of faith and peace. There's so many ways, but we have to practice it and practice it. So what we did in class, we broke into groups and we found somebody who had something that we were working on. I'd like to journal more. And the girl I was connected to, she said, isn't that funny you chose me because I'm a journaler? Because I want to learn to do affirmative prayer more. So we really worked with each other, and you can do that in life. Talk to somebody and say, I really want to journal. What do you know about it? She taught me so much about journaling. It was so great. So while you're practicing, we never really get there. We just move closer. There's so many ways. But while you're practicing, these are some suggestions that came to me when I was thinking about the Golden Road. And the first one is so true. It's called Shine Your Light. And when you shine your light, you think, no light turns on without electricity. That's what that is, the power for good in the universe greater than you are. You have to plug yourself into the power. Picture it. Picture the source of the power, and it's there waiting to illuminate you. You just have to plug into it. Do affirmative prayer for yourself. God is, I am, I know, thank you, and I let it go. Do affirmative prayer for another. God is, I am, I know that Lena is having the most amazing experience with her children, and all her relationships flow forth from that. I'm grateful to know that truth, and I let it go. Tap. I am love. I have the power. I'm not afraid to move. I move forward, and I forgive. Go for a walk in nature. Today might be a really good day to go for a walk in nature. Or just simply breathe. That's all it takes. Breathe in love and breathe out negative emotions. Breathe in love. Breathe out yesterday and tomorrow. Be still and know. Every time you embrace your spiritual practice, imagine that you're turning the clock forward and you're springing forward into a new day. Spring forward in faith. Today, I'm going to gift you with a little more time to yourself by finishing my message early. And you're welcome. So today I affirm and know that God is faith, power, and truth. And so am I, and so are you. And today we collectively spring forward into our divine destiny, doing the work we're here to do, filled with the faith that all is unfolding for our greatest and highest good, filled with the power to let go and to forgive, and to be strong in our practice, to be filled with the knowing that there's only truth and the absence of it. There's only love and the absence of it. We focus on the presence, not the absence. And we, each of us, collectively change the world by changing ourselves. I let my word go knowing it's already done, fulfilled, multiplied, and overflowing for all those here and not here in consciousness. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you. I am Reverend